Hello students, in this video we are going to see about the extraction of iron, that is metallurgical process of iron, how the iron is extracted from its ore and convert them into a pure form of iron. So now occurrence. Iron is the second most abundant metal available next to aluminium. So the first most abundant metal is aluminium and the second most abundant is iron. It occurs in nature as oxides, sulfides and carbonates. That means it does not exist as free state, only in the form of iron oxides, iron sulfides and iron carbonates. The chief ore of iron is hematite and its formula is Fe2O3. Iron symbol Fe and its atomic number is 26. So hematite, the formula is Fe2O3. It is an oxide ore. Magnetite, Fe3O4. It is magnetite. It is also an oxide ore, but we call it as a mixed oxide ore. Then third one is iron pyrite, FeS2. It is a sulfide ore of iron. Among these three, hematite, magnetite and iron pyrite, the chiefly, that is iron is chiefly extracted from only the hematite ore. So the chief ore of iron is hematite, Fe2O3. Now we are going to see the concentration process. Since it is an oxide ore, isn't it? That is hematite, Fe2O3, it is an oxide ore. In last video itself, I told if an ore is oxide means it is concentrated by gravity separation process. So here also Fe2O3 is a oxide ore. So it is concentrated by gravity separation or hydraulic washing. Both are same. The powdered ore is washed with steam of water. That is, it is a stream. That is, the spelling mistake is there. Stream is not. It is a stream. Stream, that is fast flowing of water. As a result, the lighter sand particle, because the ore which contains sand particle also, the sand particles have a lighter weight and the ore particles having a heavier weight. That is, so due to the difference in their gravity, the lighter sand particles, they are washed away with the water and the heavier ore particles alone settle down. So this is called as concentration. The process is called gravity separation. After concentration, the roasting and calcination process is carry on. The concentrated ore is strongly heated in a limited supply of air in a reverberatory furnace. We know about what is roasting. So roasting is a process in which the ore is heated with high temperature with the excess of air is called roasting. And calcination means the ore is heated at high temperature but in absence of air. So both are heating at high temperature. In presence of air means we call it as a roasting. In the absence of air means we call it as a calcination. So the concentrated ore is strongly heated in a limited supply of air in a reverberatory furnace. As a result, the moisture is driven. So during roasting, the moisture, that is wet particles, is driven out and sulfur, arsenic and phosphorus, they are kept as the impurities and they are also oxidized off. That means they are converted into sulfur dioxide, arsenic oxide and phosphorus oxides. These impurities are now oxidized and it can be removed. So only the concentrated ore particles is alone during the roasting process. Now the third step in the concentration is smelting. Sometimes the question may ask, write a short note on smelting process. So during smelting, that is, it takes in a blast furnace. Blast furnace means in Tamil it is said to as Udu Ulai. So in blast furnace, hot air is pumped and the charge means what here? First, charge means it is a mixture, that is kalavai. It is a roasted ore. Coke is nothing but carbon. So clearly you have to understood what is coke means. It is nothing but it is a carbon. Its symbol is C. And limestone formula we know, that is, it is a calcium carbonate, CaCO3. These three we have to take, that is roasted ore, coke and limestone, which is in the ratio 8:4:1. So maximum amount is roasted ore and second quantity is less is coke and the least, that is limestone, we have to take all these taken in the ratio 8 is to 4 is to 1. It is smelted in a blast furnace. That is, the furnace name is called blast furnace, and by introducing it through the cup and cone arrangement. So if you see the diagram, at the top there will be a cone shape. There are three important regions in the furnace. Just I am explaining about the blast furnace and the charge in this picture. So charge means it is a mixture of roasted ore, coke and limestone taken in the ratio 8 is to 4 is to 1, and the arrangement is nothing but it is a blast furnace and having a cup and cone shape arrangement at the top. Then here bottom we have to one inlet pipe is there, that is pipe for hot air blast, and after completion of the reaction at the top one hot gases, there is outlet is there, and in the bottom, in the right side bottom, one outlet is, two outlets are there. One is slag outlet, that is impurities will comes out, and iron outlet means that is pure form of iron will be come out that way. Now the blast furnace, which contains three zones. The first zone A, that is lower region, combustion zone. Second zone is called fusion zone, that is middle region. The upper region is called as third region, reduction zone. Now the lower region, first in this picture I will explain about the lower region and the middle region. In the next picture I will show the reduction zone, that is the third region, upper region. In the lower region, combustion zone, the temperature is at 1500 degrees Celsius. That means at the bottom we have to supply temperature is very very important, that is 1500 degree Celsius. So in this region the coke burns with oxygen to form CO2. We know coke, that is carbon, when burned with excess oxygen, that is C plus O2, which gives CO2, heating at 1500 degree Celsius. At that time the carbon, that is coke, is oxidized to form carbon dioxide and heat. It is an exothermic reaction. So at the bottom region, the coke can combine with the oxygen to form carbon dioxide. Temperature is 1500 degrees Celsius, and it absorbs 1500 degrees Celsius, but it liberates more than that heat. So it is an exothermic reaction since heat is liberated. In the second region, so as we going more upward, that is towards the top, the middle region, that is fusion zone. So combustion, we know combustion zone means burns with oxygen, and fusion zone next, the temperature prevails at here 1000 degrees Celsius. In this, because at lower level only high temperature, when it goes upwards temperature will be reduced. So 1000 degrees Celsius, in this region the CO2 is reduced to CO. So reduced means removal of oxygen takes place, so CO2 plus C, which gives CO and heat. Limestone, here what happens means it decomposes to give calcium, that is calcium carbonate, on decompose on heating to give CO2 and heat. These two reactions are endothermic because both the reactions it is absorb the heat due to the absorption of heat, and calcium oxide combines with the silica, that is SiO2, and, to form calcium silicate as a slag. So slag means calcium silicate, that is CaSiO3. Here SiO2 means it is called a sand. So when calcium carbonate, that is limestone, on heating it forms calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. That calcium oxide now combined with the silica to form as calcium silicate as a slag. So in the middle region two reactions are there. One is the reduction reaction of CO2 to CO, and the second reaction decomposition of calcium carbonate to form CO2, and also one more reaction is there that formed CaO combines with the silica to form as calcium silicate. The third region we call it as upper region, that is reduction zone. The temperature prevails at 400 degrees Celsius. In this region the carbon monoxide reduces the ferric oxide, that is Fe2O3, to form a spongy ion. So the Fe2O3, that is iron oxide, combines with the CO, which is obtained in the second zone to react to form Fe and CO2. That formed Fe is a molten ion, is collected at the bottom of the furnace after removing the slag. Slag means calcium silicate. After, if we remove the slag, the remaining is a spongy form of molten ion is collected. The ion thus formed is called as pig ion. Pig ion means it's not a 100% pure ion. It is impure ion. So pig ion, it is remelted and cast into different molds. This ion is called as cast ion. That means the pig ion, now it can be remelt. Again, we have to heat in a separate furnace and it starts to melt and then it forms a pure ion. That ion we call it as a cast ion. Now we are going to see about the physical properties of iron. Iron is a lustrous metal and its color is grayish white in color. So it is a lustrous metal. Lustrous means shining metal and its color is grayish white. It is an objective question. Second point, it has a high tensile strength. That means high, it can't be easily breakable. So high tensility, malleability and ductility. Malleable means it can make them into sheets. Ductile means make them into rod or thin wire. Then third point, it can be magnetized. That means it is easily attracted by the magnet. Next topic is the chemical properties of iron. So here, reaction with air or oxygen. So with normal temperature, the iron is not reacting with air or oxygen, but on heating in air, in the presence of air on heating, it forms magnetic oxide, the Fe3O4, and its color is black color. Then second point is very important question. What is rusting? How the rust is formed? Write the color and what is the chemical formula. So for this, it is a book back question also. Once again, I repeat the question. What is rusting? How it is formed? What is the color of the rust? And write the formula of the rust. So when iron is exposed to moist air, so in the word itself, the answer is there. Exposed. We have to expose them. We are going to react. So when iron is exposed to moist air means it contains, there is air, oxygen along with the water. So iron, Fe, oxygen, O2, water, H2O, that is moist. So these three, it forms a layer of a brown hydrated ferric oxide. A brown means rust color is brown and the chemical name is hydrated ferric oxide on its surface. This compound is known as rust and the phenomenon of formation of rust is known as rusting. Once again I explain. When iron is exposed to moist air, it forms a layer of a brown hydrated ferric oxide on its surface. This compound is known as rust and the phenomenon of formation of rust is known as rusting. Equation 4Fe plus 3O2 plus XH2O. This means water molecule may be 1 or 2 or 3. So we can express them as XH2O to form 2Fe2O3 dot XH2O. This is the formula for rust. Next, reaction with steam. Iron is passed through over red hot, that is when steam, that is steam means what? That is water. When steam, hot water, when steam is passed over red hot iron, it forms a magnetic oxide will be formed. Then reaction with the chlorine. Iron when combined with the chlorine, symbol is Cl2, it forms ferric chloride FeCl3. And then with acids, with dilute HCl and H2SO4, it can liberate hydrogen gas. Fe plus HCl forms FeCl2 and H2. Fe plus H2SO4, it forms ferrous sulfate. And with the nitric acid also, it forms ferric nitrate. The last topic in this video is uses of iron. There are three types of iron. One is pig iron, second is steel, and the third one is wrought iron. Sometimes in the uses of iron, one more question is there. Write the uses of iron is a direct question. But indirect question is, based on their carbon content, how iron is classified. See, once again, I will say, based on carbon content, how iron is classified. For this question and uses of iron, the answer is same. Pig iron. Iron with 2 to 4.5% carbon. So listen, iron along with iron, if the carbon content is 2 to 4.5% means it is called as pig iron. That means more percentage of carbon content means the type of iron is impure iron. So it is used in making pipe, stoves, radiators, railings. Railings means that is tandavalam. And manhole covers. Manhole covers, that means for safety purpose, that is bulletproof, that is called as manhole covers, and drain pipes. Steel, iron with less than 0.25 percentage carbon. It is used in construction of buildings, machinery, transmission cables, and TV towers in making alloys also. Wrought iron, iron with 0.25 to 2 percentage. Wrought iron, that is wrought carbon, it is used for making springs, anchors, and electromagnets. So these are the uses of iron and also the classification of iron based on their carbon content. When comparing these three, pig iron, steel, wrought iron, the steel is the purest form of iron because it contains less than 0.25 percentage of carbon, very least percentage. So maximum iron is there, less percentage is 0.25. The next one is wrought iron because only it contains 0.25 to 2 percentage only. But pig iron, see, 2 to 4.5. So maximum amount of carbon is present. So the pure form is steel, the next is wrought iron, and the very impure form is pig iron. So far children, we saw the extraction of iron, that is important ores, and the concentration process is gravity separation, roasting and calcination, smelting in three different zones, that is combustion zone, fusion zone, and reduction zone. And physical properties also we saw, and the important one mark is color is grayish white in color, and in chemical property the important reaction is rusting formation and uses of iron. Thank you children.